Good morning. So Wednesday, uh, an eventful day, very eventful day. So I woke up pretty late. Concerning if we take into account that I usually wake up at 6, I woke up closer to 7, 8 or something like that. Probably pretty exhausted from the day before, and. Uh, yeah, the Captain Hotel is decent. It works. And the problem is that even though smoking is not allowed in the hotel, it's still the problem of that every time they open the door to the smoke room, it even though I live as far as possible away from the room as possible. Shut them up there. Sorry for that. I am right now in a place, a tourist place, but positive note, it's a tourist place that only Japanese tourists seem to visit. Everyone that's here are above 50, I would say, is a bare minimum. Most of them walk slower than I do, and some of them are ancient to say the least. And it's only Japanese people, so I'm the only foreigner here. Probably because nothing here is really marked out in English. Anyhow, like I was saying, I have a sensitive nose, so when they open, even though I live as far away as possible from the room, I when they open the smoking room, no matter where I am, I will smell it, and it's not much. And if I am in the bed in the capsule, it doesn't matter. Konnichiwa. So yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, I can smell the smoke, and in the bed or in the capsule in the cabin, whatever, I don't smell it. But I do sense it, but it's not that bad, and it's not that bad in my little nook either. But I can still sense it, and I think that is very strange. And also, this smoking room is just next to the relaxation room, the co-working space or whatever they try to call it. So I don't know. It's like it's better than it used to be in Japan, but it's still pretty stupid that you can't be anywhere without getting affected by people that needs to smoke. And I understand this need. I mean, Asian seems to all be obsessed about it, but now I hope that the problematic hindrances that have started to occur will probably make it harder for them to do something like that. Many interruptions. People want to talk, which is extremely fun. Just talk to some older gentlemen from Nagasaki, and yeah, nice conversation. Even though I really feel I need to probably look up some words. Yeah, the struggle, but it's fun to be able to communicate. I would like to know some more things though. So anyhow, yeah, the Capture Hotel is okay. I can sleep. The bed is very hard. I mean, it's a very thin mattress. It's a thin futon on a very hard wooden shelf, I would say. But it works, and the duvet and the pillow are very nice, so I can sleep. Uh, so yeah. Other than that, so after waking up and getting stuff ready, I then went to get the car. Took the subway and then walked from the subway to the rental car place, and everything went fine. There was no problems at all, and got the car and stuff. And after getting the car, I had already realized that the car was in the middle of Oka, so very, very central for the city, and I didn't really want to drive in the city. Spoiler alert, today I had to, and it was horrible. I managed without much problems, but mm, uh, it's unavoidable, I think. But anyhow, so the first thing I did was like, okay, I don't want to drive in the city. So I just took the closest thing I had marked on my map and I went there. And that's where I recorded the video yesterday. And I also recorded another video that I first planned to make a part of this video, but I realized after making the daily entry in the forest on the mountain that I don't want to edit and stuff. So I rather just do one take and just let it be. The bonus clip or whatever, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. I did several of them that I probably just will send in the group or send over Telegram for those people that are in contact with me on a more convenient media. So anyhow, I went there, and the destination I had picked was just a shrine that was a bit out in the village, and had a mountain trail that you could walk. So it was mostly the plan was mostly just to go somewhere outside the city, because last year I drove outside the city and it was fine, no problems at all, no confusing turns and stuff. So uh, so yeah, I went there, and I met people on the parking lot, older people that were sitting and drawing, and it was a very quaint little town village. I don't know what to call it. It was very, very small, and then I went up to the shrine, and before entering the shrine was an old man just coming down from the shrine and sitting down on a small foldable chair. And I talked a bit with him, asked him about what kind of shrine it was and stuff like that, and he told me a bit about it. And he was hard of hearing, and I myself is not the best when it comes to listening either. So, but I tried my best, and he tried to explain that a lot of different, I think it was priests from Amaterasu, one of the gods, heavenly gods. I don't remember exactly. Were had been going across the land and erecting shrine in his honor or something like that, and then I continue up the trail, where I immediately came to the first temple or the first shrine, because it was three holy spots in a row after each other. You did something at one place, then you climbed some stairs and did something, and then did something. I learned that at this first place, where I was just looking around, trying to be very respectful and um, move slowly and stuff like that. And this actually got the attention of one woman there in her early 50s, and she was very happy to see a foreigner there, I bet. And she started speaking to me a bit, and I started speaking in Japanese, and then the floodgates opened, more or less. And when I said I was not that good in Japanese, she slowed down significant a lot. I can't say that word today, it seems. And she changed her choice of words and did it in very simple format. So it was a very instructive conversation, where she basically just tried to walk me through how how to do all the things, like this is how you wash your hands, you do it because of this, and then first this, then this, then this, and then she repeated it a little bit faster after I had said I understood it, and then we went to the temple, then the same procedure, like you first put the coin in, then you ring the bell, and then you bow twice, and then you clap your hands 2 times. Yes, 2 times, and in my heart, enter a wish. Not enter a wish, but I think my request or my thoughts, but I don't speak them. I do a wish, but yeah, something like that. And then she told me like, yeah, this place have 3 levels. First you do what you did, or I did on the first level. Then you go up to the second level where there was I don't remember what it was there, but you were supposed to respect something that was there. I think it was a grave maybe, and then you went to the last level, which were to represent heaven or something like that. And also you took a moment with the pedestal or obelisk, whatever it was there. And she said, yeah, I could go further, but there was nothing there. And I was like, okay, sure. But when I went up there, I saw there was a path meant for walking, and a sign that said something about mountain, and it was the mountain I climbed yesterday. So I went up, I started going, and I realized halfway up, due to the steep incline and the big gaps and the super uneven ground, that maybe this wasn't the greatest of ideas, because going down simple stairs are still. Oh, I inadvertently canceled the video uh, because I was almost dropping my phone. So I have to stitch it together. It will be fine. This is fine. Anyhow, so I realized the problem with the stairs, or rather the trail up, that it might be too steep, even though the incline wasn't that heavy. But I continued anyway, and I thought, I will make it down anyway. I just have to be careful, and I was making note of all the places or rather, here I have handholds. If I come down and it's a problem, I should be able to do things there. Stupid things you need to do when you have problem moving. But I continued, and the trail was far longer and far more strenuous than I first expected. So I got super tired, and my right leg, before we was up, it hated me, because even though I tried to keep the weight even, it couldn't be done in because I didn't feel myself putting more weight on the right than on the left, but my right calf was super tired before we were at the summit, and my left, I couldn't feel it, and I did put as much weight as possible on it. So I don't know. So when I was at the top, my right leg was pulsating and shivering. So both my legs were shivering of the exhaustion. But I was happy, and also like I showed the people in the group, there was something at the top. I mean, there was a little kind of not placebo, gazebo, whatever the name is, and there was a metal placard with a kind of a Wii U thing where the outlines of the mountains and the name of the mountains you could see, and also towns and stuff, and some information. So it was kind of a nice place to rest, and I rested there for at least half an hour before starting the descent. And descending was as predicted, not as fun. It went much quicker and it wasn't as exhausting as going up. That is at least one thing. But it hurt a lot and it was sometimes very risky, I would say. Risky in the way that uh, the risk of slipping and falling was not falling a great height or something, but falling and at least having the possibility of injury was present. And I actually tripped 3 times and I fell once, and I fell due to misinterpreting the ground. I mean, it wasn't flat, and I thought it was somewhat flat. And when I put down my foot, I didn't feel it because I think that my left foot feeling is very much worse than it was before. So when I when I took my right foot off the ground, I my left foot realized that, oh my god, how the wind is blowing. Just well, point is, I tripped and I fell due to my foot not being able to adapt to uneven ground. Uh, so yeah, I hurt myself a bit because it was the left foot that took the damage. But I think that in the end, that was actually not that bad because every time I've hurt my foot since I started walking on it, it seems to be better by hurting it because I think it stretches some of the ligaments that are uh, hard to stretch out with the rehabilitation uh, exercises. And so, for instance, today, now, it's more than fine. It's better than yesterday. So, yeah, tripping seems to be, as long as I don't hurt myself, it seems to be an okay thing to do. So yeah, I came up, I went down, it was no problem, and then I was super hungry because I have forgotten to eat, or not forgotten. I mean, I escaped the city as fast as possible, and I didn't eat before going to or drink before going to the rental place, and then I was stuck in the car, and I did manage to buy some water before going up the mountain, which I should probably have bought more because I was parched like just in the beginning, and I was extremely dehydrated when coming to the top. And coming down, I was super hungry and super thirsty, and I asked some ladies at the parking lot, and they said, yeah, there is a soba place, the local soba place just across this little let's call it river, but a stream. Yeah, this little stream. So but when I started going there, I saw a sign that said that last order was 5 minutes before I started walking. So it was like, yeah. So, but I went there anyway. Found a vending machine, bought something to drink, went into the restaurant, and they were like, no, we are closing now. Last order has already been. I was like, yeah, thank you. But then when I came back to the parking lot, one of the ladies had gone home, but she had left a lot of what to call it. I don't, not cake, but sweet bread filled with chocolate and whipped cream and some donuts and stuff. And it was, it is this kind of stuff that are sugar bombs deluxe. I sometimes, especially when I'm peckish or after drinking, like to take something like that, but it's too much sweet and too gooey usually for my tastes. But I was hungry and I accepted it because they were so kind and they were speaking. One of the two that were left, she spoke only English. And she was okay with me always replying in Japanese. And her friend only spoke in Japanese. And we could understand each other without much problem. And I think she was happy that I could understand her English. I never brought it up uh, that she was speaking English, and she didn't try to make me speak English either. And her friend was speaking. I think it was a weird combination, but it was nice because it felt like she was practicing, I was practicing, we were all making progress more or less. And then they told me there was just one place about 20 minutes far away where there were food still, or a restaurant. So I went there and I found whoa, yeah, this wind is fucking a lot with my video now in 3 parts, so I have to stitch them together, but it should be fine. People just have to wait, I guess, until later because I don't have a good editor in the phone, and I probably want to take the opportunity to do what I wanted to do here anyway. And I want to drive to one more place today, so the video will be very late, probably because I don't want to edit now, and it will take time uploading and stuff anyway if I need to first put it in the computer then edit, and I don't have a good editor I think on the phone. Maybe if I find something that is quick, but yesterday the phone overheated almost with uploading and the thing. It worked, but it wasn't the best. uh, so well, the place I found that they directed me to was kind of like Storheden is in Luleå, a place with a collection of stores and a parking lot, a big parking lot, out in the middle of nowhere in this case. So there was four, three of the book of chain stores, the off stores. I think book of was first, as I understood it from last year, but it was off house or house off or something like that, which was second-hand furniture and stuff, which I hadn't seen before. I have seen hard off, I have seen mode off, I have seen book off, and bottle off, but not off house. I think the off was in the beginning here, but still it was very interesting. It's I definitely, when I move here, will probably get things there instead, because the selection of things there was just great. A lot better than Röda Korset or other second-hand stores I've seen in Sweden, including this big one that is now in Piteå and Boden, whatever the name is, I've forgotten. Uh, what? There is a boat. They told me there was no boat due to the wind, but there are still a boat. Oh my. I will need to investigate that. Tonikaku. Anyhow, so let's see. Yeah, and the only place there I could eat was McDonald's, KFC's, or a family-owned Hakata ramen place, which is basically a smaller, more a variant of what Ichiran is based on, the same kind of ramen, Hakata ramen, tonkotsu broth. So I don't mind it. I mean, I love it, but I'm trying to take the opportunity to eat and drink stuff that is more local and that I have not experienced before. Trying to go a bit outside of my comfort zone, as well as trying new things while I'm traveling, to actually experience things that I, even if I can experience similar things in Tokyo and in that vicinity, I want to see if I can get a local experience. And Hakata ramen is local, sure, but I have also eaten it a lot, and so that was not planned from the beginning. But it's fine, and also I'm try to eat something new every day. This has not worked out that well lately, but I think it will go go better. So after eating there, I drove back because I wanted to study and finish some studies that needs to be done this week. And before that, I took a shower and rested a bit. Just let the food be ingested, and then I found a different a couple of different options where to study. I didn't want to study in the so-called working space of Smoking Doom, so I went to first place the clerk at the reception recommended, which he googled it, and he did not really read, because it was obvious when you came there this was a place. Sure, it was a co-working space, but it wasn't a study place, due to the thing that you needed to sign a contract and have a contract at the place. It was not a place you could go and leave without having already a room there that was yours, and so that didn't work. But I had checked up 4 other places. So I went to a place which looked cool, due to it was in an antique building, one of the older buildings in Hakata that was made out of orange red bricks and stuff, in a kind of architecture I seldom see in Japan, with the exception of Tokyo Station. So it was similar to that, and this building, it said that it was a study space and it was free. And when I went in, I asked, talked to them at the in the entrance hall. They said, yeah, it is free, but there is an event, so there's only these spaces you can be in. And I was like, well, it doesn't matter which space, as long as I get the space. But then they told me, when I said what I was gonna do, no, it's only if you're programming, or learning programming, or studying programming. And I was like, well, I have some programming courses, but tonight I was gonna study Japanese and do some homework. And they said, nah, but there is a waiting area in which you can do it. It was basically the only difference from the co-working space. It had no electrical outlets, but it didn't really matter. My battery wouldn't have my battery, and the time I could sit there was kind of the same, because it closed down at 10 o'clock. So, but yeah, I studied a bit there, and then I went back and completed some things in the capsule, and then saw some movies and ended the day there. Nothing special there. I didn't go to the co-working space to try to bond with anyone, because I wanted to have an early start today, which I did. And now I need to see if I can catch that boat, because I need, I want it. And the Japanese people that came here at the same as me, they thought this boat was cancelled due to heavy winds. It seems not. So I'm gonna check. Maybe it is cancelled now. Anyhow, thank